Welcome, everyone, to Lubbock, Texas, Jones AT&T Stadium, where the tortillas will be flying in celebration and in support of their beloved Texas Tech Red Raiders. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense takes the field. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, we'll keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
The give to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollard.
It's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. Tackled, but he has a first down.
And your decision to go for it on 4th down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the first down.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success.
Into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They march 72 yards, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Red Raiders headed quickly to the line. He's not going to win any gold medals in the 100 or anything like that, but he's fast enough to hurt you.
Yeah, that's the whole key. He's got just enough to force the defense to stay honest. You have to account for this guy's ability to tuck the football and run.
They're trying to get to it. Look out, he's got room. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Looking to move it through the air. Going for 6. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbounds. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Throws toward the end zone. Just threw that one way too far. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try.
Number 12 on field goal.
He got it. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, Dave?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Using the quick game. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And I love working the slot receivers. And you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Dances away from 1. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we played one period.
7, Texas Tech. 3.
First down to start the drive after the break. They're getting this guy lathered up. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Cowboys have pushed it inside the 20. The run to the left. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Right back to the well. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Oklahoma State.
Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. And the Red Raiders will hustle to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Boy, was he well protected. Finally lets one go to the left. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
This defensive line has got to do a better job getting pressure on the opposing quarterback. You cannot allow this QB to scan the entire field and have all day to throw. Look, I know this quarterback's good, but this defense...
He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Red Raider.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Paul, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. And the Cowboys will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. And if they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Red Raider! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, shows you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, to get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Fights off a defender. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick completion to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Going deep. And it's caught inside the 20. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
The Cowboys will line it up on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. SMU rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Red Raiders line up to punt it away. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He rifles one deep to the left. It's complete. A huge pickup. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better.
Picked off. Taking it the other way. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
The running back has it. Shows him the stiff arm. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll throw it on first down. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. And he will be run out of bounds on the return, so the damage is limited as we wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride.
And the Cowboys will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll return it. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
Fires to the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. And the Red Raiders are in the hurry up. He wants to throw here on second down. Quickly complete. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On second down, looking to throw. They're working that left side. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. The Red Raiders getting set on 1st and 10.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points. And now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it out. It's John. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Comes out throwing on first down. He's got it. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. And the Red Raiders want to move quickly.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Working the middle. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wide receiver shows motion. Working the middle, it's complete. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. They get him down after he makes the catch. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Out of the gun, the inside give. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. The Red Raiders look to do some damage in the red zone. From the gun, they'll try the middle. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll do it himself. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to get it through the air. Got it! And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2. And the Red Raiders will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Really nice job by the defense, understanding 1st and goal. What do most people do on 1st and goal? They're going to try to run the football in. The defense says, nah, bro, not in my house. Nice job getting in the backfield, getting the stop.
The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raider!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. Motion from the offense. The snap sets up the throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run.
25.
Coming out with it, it's Banks. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Now on 1st down from the 28. 1 running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
He'll run it again. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. The Cowboys are on the move. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
25.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. He's brought down. Solid pickup, on a little bit short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. And the Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. Here comes the option. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. The Cowboys get the first down.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
They go to the ground. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Give him 96 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He's got the tight end. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with a lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he sprints to the end zone. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Penn State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the middle. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
The QB had all day to throw the football. That's the good news. The bad news is he couldn't find anybody open and couldn't deliver the ball to him. So let's see if they can get some chemistry going with the wide receiver and quarterback throughout this game.
Fires to the tight end. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
I mean, how long do you want your secondary to hold up? I know it's a night game, but they just held up all night on that play. Unbelievable job sticking with the wide receivers, taking away the downfield pass. All that time and nobody comes open, that says something about your defense.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Quick strike complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. The Red Raiders moving quickly to the line.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They want to just keep throwing it. Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Unloads it left. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Trying to get to him. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Red Raider. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And he tacks on the extra point. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on